What makes persuasive speaking more challenging than informative speaking? Hi guys, I'm Professor G. In the next video, I'll give you 3 reasons why persuasive speaking is a bigger challenge than informative speaking. Hi everybody, welcome back to Speaking with Courage. I am Professor G, and this is the place to be if you want to enhance your public speaking skills. In today's video, I just want to share 3 things that make a persuasive speech more challenging and more difficult, a little bit more difficult than an informative speech. You've probably done informative presentations in your community, in your classroom, or somewhere out there where you've shared information to the audience. You provided the information, you did a good job, and then you just went on your way, right? So that's a very common presentation or type of presentation that we all do. Now there is a different type of presentation, which is the persuasive presentation that wants something from the presentation, where you're trying to convince an audience about something. You're trying to change their attitudes, beliefs. And this is where the challenge starts for persuasive speaking. Let me talk about the 3 things. The first one is that persuasive speaking is a lot more ambitious. That means that you want something out of the presentation. It's not that you didn't want anything from the informative presentation, but when you're doing persuasive speaking, you're going to want somebody to donate, to support a cause, to sometimes do something radical like change their beliefs. And when you're trying to touch on people's values and beliefs, there's a little bit of defensive posturing that happens, and people don't like to change their attitudes or the way they do things that abruptly. So that's where the challenge lies. It's a lot more ambitious because you're touching on people's values and touching on people's beliefs. Now, the second reason why persuasive speaking is also challenging is because people will assess you as a speaker more than an informative speech. Precisely because of you trying to tap into their attitudes, values, and beliefs, and because you're trying to change them, they're going to see you and assess you more as a speaker, and they're going to say, wait, who is this person? Why are they trying to change me? And should I or should I not agree with them? And it makes sense, right? When somebody comes to sell you something, especially if something's expensive, you're going to assess them to see if you can trust them, to see if they're competent enough to share that information with you, if they have experience, if they have the credentials, and that's something that's going to happen to you as a persuasive speaker. So the second point and the second reason why persuasive speaking is more challenging is because people or the audience will assess you as a speaker. And finally, the third thing that makes challenging or that makes persuasive speaking more challenging is that you are going to have to do a little bit more audience analysis than any other situation in public speaking. Precisely, again, because you're trying to change people's attitudes, beliefs, you're trying to get something out of the presentation. You need to really focus on that target audience that you're going to try to convince so that you are successful with that speech. Out of 100 people, there's only about a few, let's say maybe 10 or 20, that you're going to be able to convince with one shot, with one presentation. Usually there's going to be people way on the left side of an issue, way on the right side of an issue, whether it's yes or no on an issue, and then there's going to be people in the middle. So you need to focus on those in the middle, and for that, you need to do a little bit more audience analysis so that you're able to reach that target audience and sway them to either support something or not support something, to support you or not support you. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and if you're working on enhancing your public speaking skills, be sure to click on that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next episode or next video here in Speaking with Courage. I'm Professor D.